It's a hard time in this country. People are always saying, like, why do you think comics are having such a hard time? And you want to know why I think we are? Too many generations are alive at the same time. That's why. I'm not supposed to have to entertain all of you. Right? I'm supposed to pick a demographic and stay in my lane. But you guys want to come. There's so many. You got the greatest generations alive, baby boomer generations alive, Gen X, that's me, Gen Y, millennials, zennial. Get the hell out of here. It's ridiculous. I'm not supposed to go do a show and you show up with your kids. Look around. Some of you are here with your children. I don't even know my mother's first name. It's not fair. And listen, my sweet young millennials, I know you're a little sensitive and I don't want to pick on you. I'm not picking on you. You have something that our generation will never have again, hope. They told you could be anything you wanted. That was completely different than our house. My brother told my father, I want to be an astronaut. He goes, you're too friggin' stupid. That's not mean, that's career advice, okay? And now stupid is a bad word. That's what my son's 11, he came home and he said, Mommy, the teacher told me stupid is a bad word. I said, tell your teacher Mommy's got to leave a lot of other words out. Stupid is staying in. Okay? Besides, I'd have nothing to call his father. That's my husband, I love him. You would love him too. I'll talk about him a little bit later. I married the hot kid from the slow class, all right? So, hey. I know who I am. I take care of me. I don't need him to do anything for me. Have sex with me and guard the perimeter. Know your role, all right? That's it. What do I need him for? Yeah, you want to talk about equal opportunity, that's when we talk about it. Now, I love the young generations. You do your marches, you do everything. You know, you go, oh, women, we support women. Of course I support women. How do you think that all these new young comics got here? All these broads that you've seen march out on stage, okay? That's how they got here. Just because I don't know how to knit a vagina hat doesn't mean I wasn't supporting women. Okay? Some of you say you support women and you're lying. You're lying. And you go, how do you know? Tammy, I'll tell you how, because I'm not just a comic, I'm a behavioral scientist. I watch people and then I talk about them at night. You lie and pretend you're supporting women, and I know you're lying because you'll take a little picture, even tonight, with your friends. Little selfies of yourselves, post it up on social media. And you only fix you. You leave your friend hanging. Oh my God, you look great. Did Shrek enjoy the comedy show? People can't handle it when you tell them the truth. I feel like Jack Nicholson half the time. You can't handle the truth. That's a problem. The problem nowadays is that life is tough. Stuff happens. My generation is getting old. I now go to the bathroom at the time I used to go out to nightclubs. Okay? I can't find the piece of paper I wrote all my passwords down. But I did write them in cursive, so there's that. There's that.
And I tell my nieces this. I have little nieces, little bitches. I love them. No, I love them, but I call them that sometimes because they make me feel old. My nieces, they come up to me and they go, Auntie Monique, tell us what it was like in the 1900s. Like it's fucking Downton Abbey and me, you know what I mean? But I want them to learn things because it doesn't matter if it's a career or even just a job or a relationship or sex, whatever it is. We've lost our ability to appreciate deferred gratification. That we can't get what we want in the exact second that we want it. And life was sweeter when you had to wait for things. I tell them about layaway. They thought it was a dating app. But I tell them things that they need need to know how fortunate they are to live in a world of miracles, you know? They love my mom. They call her Abuelita. They're like, Abuelita's so sweet. I go, Abuelita bought me a device. Abuelita did this. Abuelita did that. I go, want me to tell you a secret about Abuelita? They're like, yeah. I go, she used to beat me in grocery stores. I just like to throw them off. Remember that? Remember when you could hit your kids? My nieces have never been spanked. They have no idea what it is to take a beat down in the produce department. Nobody takes pictures or calls CPS. Hell no. No, they don't do that. They join in the beat down. Like, I heard what that kid said. That's a lippy little bitch. Hit her harder. But I digress. They love music. We love music. We share a love of music. They're so adorable. Because I'm trying to make like a mixtape, like what they call them, a playlist. Now it's a playlist. We had playlists, you know. So I like putting it out there to the universe that I'm making a Lair Bear love tape. It's hard, because all the people I used to like to hump to are dead. It's true. I got used to Marvin Gaye, of course, but, you know, everybody went down. You know, Prince, Michael Jackson, Donna Summer, Natalie Cole. It just keeps going. George Michael, bam, bam. Luther Vandross, bam. And my little nieces are like, well, you can do it to Ed Sheeran. No, you can't. He's a little redheaded Muppet. I can't have sex to him. Sexy. But we talk a lot about music. We do. That's where you find the commonality. You find the things you both love. You find touch points. And then you can have real conversations with people. And I find that my nieces and I, we can always unite over music. So I talk to them a lot about how much it used to mean to me to put together mixtapes. And they're like, how does that work? We've heard of the mixtapes from the 1900s. I said, well, little sweethearts, we used to listen to music on a radio. That's a box with 2 metal sticks sticking out. And they know like download speeds and coverage and 5G. I'm like, oh no. The radio didn't even work in every room in the house. You had to unplug it and move it around. And whatever room you left it there and turned it up loud. And no matter what you were doing, you would listen with half an ear. And the DJ would say, coming up next, Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel. And you would haul ass to your bedroom. And you would grab your Radio Shack recorder and back it up to the speaker. And then you would just wait, hovering, like a bird of prey with your 2 fingers. Hoping the DJ would shut the up. Right now in my apartment in Hollyweird, California, I have a box of mixtapes from 84 to 88. And I say Hollyweird because even though I've lived here since 1996, I'm originally from Miami, Florida. And by the way, I'm 100% Latina. So if you have any stereotypes about Latinos, I know, I look like a middle-aged white woman with good credit, but I'll shank a bitch, I don't care. I will, if I have to. But in my apartment in Hollywood, I have a box of mixtapes. And it's pretty amazing. It brings back so many memories of making them. But I have a 90-minute miracle I made in the summer of 1986. That one really took some time. And it starts with Jungle Love by Steve Miller Band. Yeah, that's a jam. That's a jam. I met you on somebody's island. That's a line. I met you on somebody's island. That's some sexy shit. What would the kids say now? I swiped left and we hooked up at Pinkberry? Like, what kind of song is that? I met you on somebody's island. I thought I had known you before. That's sexy. I bought you a crate of papayas. Have you ever had a papaya, little dude? That's some delicious shit right there. Delicious. If you did that now, a girl would be like, crate of papayas, that's a creeper move. You left me fruit on my front porch? You freak. Are they non-GMO papayas? Organic? I hope I meet the Lair Bear and he brings me a crate of papayas. His black Tesla. I'm telling you, I've got it down. I can picture him. He's in a suit. He's got on a shirt with some white chest hairs sticking out. You know what I mean? Like that. Sure, I want a grown man in man pants. It's not Manscaped. When he drops trow, I want it to look like a buzzard hanging out of his nest on a cliff wall. You're picturing it right now. But I'm going to leave you with my 3 best pieces of advice after more than 50 years on this planet. And I've really had a lot of time to think about it, 14 months all by myself. And this is what it comes down to. Number 1, love hard. Your heart is a muscle. Even if you're loving the wrong person, consider it cardio for your spirit. I got news for you. You're never loving the wrong person. You're just preparing for the righter person. If anybody knows the Lair Bear, you know, Wolf Juniper. Yeah. Number 2, forgive harder, because when you forgive, all your power comes back to you. And one of the things about the Rona was I had a lot of time to reconnect with people. And I know some of them were thinking, did she forget that we had the fight in high school? Was she up to some ninja revenge? No, I forgot. Forgive harder, all your power comes back to you. And number 3, if we've learned anything, get as happy as you can, as fast as you can. It's nobody's job but yours. Thank you. Good night. Bless you.
I've started giving up. Like tonight, my breasts feel very aggressive. But then I was trying to figure out what I would wear tonight because I knew this was a big event. And let me just tell you, never binge watch like 10 hours of Mrs. Maisel. And then pick out your outfit. This is what you end up looking like. I don't know how they kept this shit up. This is so uncomfortable, all of it. There's all kinds of things going on. It's like behind the scenes at the electric light parade underneath this. All right, we don't have a lot of time. I'm in menopause. For those interested. Where are my little youngies? Where are the little really young, the 22s? Where are you? There they are. Menopause is when Mother Nature tells you that your leaves are brown. She's very clear. She's like, you don't have to die, but we don't need you. You can flourish, you can wither. It's all on you. No one's going to water you on the regular. That's what I'm trying to say. I called my friend the other day because she knew I was getting ready for this, and she's like, I want you to go to my stylist. I want you to be like stop traffic gorgeous for this. It's showtime. And I was like, okay, you know I'm 51 years old. I'm not stopping traffic unless I throw myself in front of a bus. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just real. It's not, I'm not stopping traffic. 51, I mean, I might slow down a walker. Look at my young girls. You enjoying life? It's never gonna get fucking better than it is right now. Where are my other youngies? Let me see you. There. Oh, look at this little one. Oh, that's a little white girl too. Yes, because for white girls, we age like bananas. And let me tell you, can I tell you what life's gonna get like? Really quickly, since it's women of a certain age, and this is what you came for, was information and laughs. So, listen to Auntie Lynne, okay? I don't have children, but I'm a bit of a prophet. Like, not in a Jesus way, but like a Simon and Garfunkel way. So, right now, and I say white girl because women of color don't age like we do. Like, it's a total fucking different thing. I mean, look at Oprah. She looks exactly like I did when I was 13. Like she does. She looks perfect, and I'm drastically different than when I was 13. So now, right now, you're on the lovely, like, young white girl road. It's smooth. I know, you don't even need two hands. You just use one hand, and you cruise, you wave to people. All the exits are free, you know, free drinks, free food, free. All the streets are lined with tree's full of possibilities. You pull over, your girlfriend jumps out, shakes the tree. Oh, look! And you go off. Now listen, focus, we don't have a lot of time. When you hit your 30s, it's gonna be what's gonna happen is you're gonna pull over and it's gonna be like, boom, when you get off at exit 30. Like, boom, what the fuck? And then it's gonna smooth out again. And then all the exits are gonna change. Every single exit is gonna be like, have a baby now, have a baby in a little while, have a boy baby, have a girl baby, have a baby with a partner, have a baby by yourself, steal a baby, snatch a baby. And when you're about 38, you'll see like the last one says, fuck a baby. And you go off and you're like, boom, 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 boom. 40s are nothing but just off-road. You're just like, what's happening? Shit flying off the car, you're on the phone. I don't know, it was shiny. Do I need it? And my mother saw this and she goes, just wait till you hit your 50s, it gets smooth again. I was like, what? She was right. It does, doesn't it? You hit your 50s and it's, you know why? Because now you are what you are. You're just riding on rims. Yeah, I can give you a ride, but you're gonna have to like crawl in because that hasn't worked since 48.
Yeah, I got grandbabies, but it's not just my job to spoil my grandchildren. It's my job to teach them some shit. Because don't fuck with me, that's what it is, okay? I was babysitting for my granddaughter, Zaya, and I made her a sandwich, a bowl of soup, and some milk. She looked at that and said, we don't eat that. I said, well, what do you eat? We eat chicken McNuggets, chicken McNuggets. I said, don't sing about chicken, we black, don't do that, don't do that. So I went to her great-grandmother's house and got one of her live chickens. And I brought that chicken back, and she said, Grandma, what's that? I said, this, my love, is chicken McNuggets. And I threw that chicken in the yard, and I said, now you catch that chicken, we'll have some chicken McNuggets. Well, after chasing that chicken for about 3 hours, she was more than happy to eat that sandwich and a bowl of soup. And she don't fuck with me when we ride by McDonald's because she's scared she got to catch a cow. My job is to teach. Now, some of you new parents, you fucking it up. You got the game messed up. I see you on TV. My child is my best friend. Your child is not your friend. Your child is your offspring, your progeny. It is your job to govern your child. Your child can be your friend when they pack their shit and get the fuck out your house. I ain't friends with nobody who can't buy weed or liquor. I just don't see where that's the win-win in this relationship. How many people have grown children still asking them for money by applause? Before I came here, my daughter Magdalene asked me, Mom, do you have $185? I said, yes, I do. Click. Because I fuck with people. You know, some of you young people, you could have got up out your seat and let these older people have the seat. See, that's why the Shakespeare said, youth is wasted on the young. See, you motherfuckers don't think you gonna get old. If you lucky, you will. Right now, your titties is perky and shit. But one day, you gonna wake up and one titty gonna be over here and one titty gonna be over there. You gonna lift it up, find a gummy bear and eat it. And say, ain't God good? See, you a young man, your nuts is tight. Your nuts is tight. But one day you gonna sit on the toilet, your nuts gonna hit the water. You gonna ask her to suck your dick, she gonna go, smell like boo-boo, can't do it. See, the funny thing about young people is that they think their parents have a favorite child. We don't have a favorite child. All of our children are our favorites just for different reasons. Now, I'm not gonna say Adam is my favorite, but I'm gonna say he's mine. I had him. My husband is from Trinidad. We got to the hospital at 2 a.m. Bill went to park the car, came back, 2:28, he was holding his son. He looked at me and said, you make that baby fast. That baby outweighed his twin sisters. They thought he was twins. That baby came 3 weeks early. I tell people he came out early because there was no more room in the inn. I nursed him till he was 5. I'm lying. I nursed him for a year. And I tell you, young sisters, when you do have your babies, you should nurse them because it's a beautiful and bonding thing. And my husband thought it was beautiful and bonding too the first couple of months, but around 5, 6, 7 months, he looking at this boy like he the master cock blocker of the free world. He's scared he ain't gonna see my pussy no more in life. We were fooling around, and Adam started crying. I jumped up and started nursing him. Bill is pacing back and forth going, look at he do it on purpose. Tell he to hurry up and eat. And my son, with my tit in his mouth, looked up at his daddy and smiled and patted my breast as if to say, later for you, Negro, later for you. That sweet, precious boy told me something I didn't want to hear. Told me he was in love, that this girl was different and special. I said, why am I the last one to find out? He said, because, Ma, you know how you are. And I said, how the fuck am I? And his father and him went. I said, well, what's Special's name? He said, Melissa. I said, what's different about her? He said, she's an albino. So I said, bring the rabbit over. He brings Melissa over. Melissa is a statuesque, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, look like a Swedish model. I said, boy, that ain't no albino, that's a cracker. What you talking about? I'm teasing. I don't use those euphemisms in my home, nor have I taught my children to use those euphemisms. I just said that to say this. You can't tell your children who to love. They're gonna love who the fuck they wanna love, and if you're wise, you'll keep your narrow-minded opinions to yourself and enjoy your grandchildren. I love Melissa to death, but that's the non-cookingest bitch I ever laid eyes on. Everything she cooked, Campbell soup, got something to do with it. She made some kind of gray gelatinous shit. Bill looked at it, said, me not eating that. I looked up at my son, I said, him not eating that. He said, you have to, I love her. I said, no, you fucking her, you gotta eat it. We going to Popeyes.
I actually live in Los Angeles. I moved there in my 50s with my tween because I like a challenge. And since I've been in Los Angeles, everybody just talks about plastic surgery, just openly, all the time. And people are always coming up to me and they're like, oh my God, Caroline, your face is so full. What kind of filler do you use? Is it Juvederm or Restylane? And I'm like, fudge. It's fudge. Yeah, it's fudge. I put a little bit of vanilla down by my mouth, and then all around my eyes is Rocky Road. But I'm not a fan of living in Los Angeles for a number of reasons. One, I can't merge, so I have to leave my house in the lane that I want to end up in, and that just takes forever. And it's a long way to San Francisco. And I hate Waze so much. It's just this is my impression of Waze. Turn left into oncoming traffic. Cross a 5-lane highway. There is a feather 400 feet in front of you. I do find the thing about aging is my memory is not so great. Like, whenever I walk in a room, I can't remember why I walked in that room, but for some reason I always think there's going to be a clue in the fridge. And I'm always like halfway through a sandwich, like, oh my God, I forgot to file my taxes. Oh my God. It's terrible, the whole memory thing. If you see two middle-aged women having lunch together, they're both just staring at each other like, you know they don't remember what they had just said. It's like an episode of Law and Order. I don't know, you said bird and then the bread came and then... something about your mother? I don't know. It comes from my father. My father, he obviously lost his memory because my father, I have 2 sisters, and he would say this to us all the time. He'd be like, girls, the most important thing in life is one thing, and if you know that one thing, everything's going to be okay. What is it, Dad? What's what, honey? my daughter when I was 44, and I am, yes, I know. It's impressive. I am 38 now, and so my daughter is 10, and she comes home from school sometimes, and she's like, there's a girl that wants to become a boy and a boy that wants to become a girl, and this is very normal for her. And so she was describing this boy, and she said, Mommy, he's non-binary. And I said, well, honey, what does that mean? And she goes, Mommy, you should really know. You should really know. And I'm like, okay, well, just explain it to me one more time. And she said, it means he doesn't identify as a boy or a girl. And I said, honey, that's called menopause. I went to a plastic surgeon because I wanted to get a tummy tuck. And he had the meanest receptionist ever. So I walked in and she said, so what is it that you hate the most about yourself? And I was like, I said, I just want to talk to the doctor. I'll wait to talk to the doctor. She goes, what do you hate most about your body? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna cry. And she goes, I said, I want to talk to the doctor. And she goes, well, what do you hate the most? I'm like, you. I hate you right now. I hate you. That's what I hate the most right now. So anyway, the doctor came in and he did the worst thing possible. He went like this. Because in his head he was thinking, I'm gonna buy a car. Or a very small boat. But he saw money. Anyway, so he goes like this. He grabs my stomach, literally, and like walks backwards. Like as if he was moonwalking with my stomach. And he got like a fair distance away from me. And he said, you know what? This is not going to snap back because of your age and you don't have any elasticity. And I was like, well, could you just walk it back then? Because it's all like this age. It's very tricky. I went to the gynecologist. I'm like, why does it hurt so much when I have sex with my boyfriend, besides the fact that I hate him? And she said, because as we age, your vaginal walls get thinner. I'm like, oh, really? I work out 5 times a week, and the only part of my body that's getting thinner is my vagina. Great. I often hear as I walk down the street, her vagina's so thin. It looks so much heavier on TV. It's really very thin. Peace out. Thank you.
On a scale of 1 to varicose veins, I think I'm doing all right for 36 plus 20. I'm 56. Thank you. I don't know if you're clapping because I can still wear heels or because you've never seen an actress do math. Confidence can be elusive as we age. Part of us is wise enough to just not take any more shit. And part of us looks in the mirror while putting on makeup and wonders, why bother? Because middle-aged makeup is a full-on craft project. Scrape, spackle, sand, patch, fill, tape, lift, coat, smooth spray. Yeah, and then you can put on lipstick. I used to buy my makeup at Sephora, now I get it in bulk at Michael's. No, it's basically paper mache on my face right now. You could feel it. Well, you might remember me from an episode of Seinfeld that I did that had a very famous tagline. They're real and they're spectacular. I mean, now they're still real. And I would argue still spectacular if you're attracted to tube socks filled with sand hanging from a scarecrow. But hardly any of us are real anymore. I mean, just look at Instagram. Like, we all are filled with fake boobs and fake butts, fake teeth. Like, we're so fake that when we do finally end up in a casket, we probably won't even rot. Or hundreds of years from now, they'll be digging up little sparkling veneers and deflated plastic sacks, wondering, was this a cemetery or a party city? Yeah. Aging while female is not for the faint of heart. I mean, wine of a certain age is considered rare. And grapes of a certain age are considered raisins. And women of a certain age are not considered in Hollywood at all. Cheers. I have 3 18-year-old cats, 1 12-year-old dog, and a car from 1978. We're all just waiting around to see who dies first. I was one of those folks that rescued a dog during COVID. Yeah, mine came with poor eyesight and a collapsed anus. But so did I. Yeah. No, I can barely read my text anymore. I mean, most people hear 69 and think sex. I think font size. And I have got to be the only actress in Hollywood who actually had plastic surgery on my butthole instead of my face. Anal fissures brought on by pregnancy. No, don't feel sorry for me. My asshole just made Maxim's Hot 100. My whole career, tabloids have made me a headline of some kind, sometimes on a red carpet, pumping gas. But lately now, the headline is, have you seen her lately? Wow, she's really aged. What happened to her? Really? Yeah, well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened to me. I got married, I got divorced, I had a hit TV show, I did some movies, I got married again, I grew a baby inside me. I moved to New York, I took a toddler on the subway, I got divorced again, I had another hit TV show, I won some awards, I raised money for charities, I went to cooking school, I won Chopped in the Great British Bake Off, I ran 2 marathons, I parented a beautiful human, I cared for aging parents, I took care of friends, friends took care of me, I taught myself to play piano, and I survived celibacy for a fucking year alone in a pandemic. So yeah, life, that's what happened to me. Thank you guys so much. You have been way more than average.
I turned 65. Please, that just means I didn't die from last year, you know. And I am what's officially known as the golden years. I'm in those now. And I don't know who named these things, but that's the stupidest name I've ever heard in my life. Golden years. Let me tell you something. I was standing in front of the mirror naked this morning. And if these are the golden years, the price of gold just collapsed. Everything's going on me. My eyes are going. My hearing's going. All right, you do the same thing. You know what I found this morning in my microwave? I found a jar of mayonnaise. I have no idea how it got there. I live alone, so I know I put it there. The cat's not capable of lifting such a great weight. Oh my God, I'm telling you, I've reached this point where I don't even know if I should say this, but there are some days when I just smell funny. For no apparent reason. I've had a lot of health problems this year. I've had more body parts moved around this year. I'm starting to feel like Mrs. Potato Head. Oh my God, I had 2 years ago, I had both hips replaced. I had a pacemaker put in. About a month and a half ago, I had my spine rebuilt. I know. That's why I'm telling you this. And last Christmas, Last Christmas, I had quadruple bypass surgery. I know. That was my Christmas present. And all I asked for in this was I wanted a puppy. That was it. My doctor says now, with all my new parts, I could live to be 100. I'm like, get the hell out of here. You do that, I'll sue you for malpractice, you bastard. Have you ever seen 100-year-old people? They're friggin' creepy. Oh my God, they always have him on the Today Show in the morning. Right, they wheel him out. Poor bastard doesn't even know where he's at. He's looking around like, is this Iwo Jima? Right, and then they put the little cone hat on his head. Right, they pull the chin strap down, it snaps back up, and you look like that. And then they wheel the cake out, it's got 100 candles on it. Like, are you kidding? He's on oxygen. Get that away from him. And the gifts, the gifts suck when you get older, right? Right. You know what? My birthday gifts, you know what I got, Liz? Slippers and a jigsaw puzzle. Right? And I'm supposed to get excited about this. I'm like, oh, look, it's a 5,000-piece puzzle. And it says here on the box it's 80% sky. That's gonna keep me busy on those cold winter nights. Glad I got these shitty slippers to keep my feet warm. I want good gifts like I used to get. I want like a bike. Or a TV, or a vibrator. I want a life-size chocolate George Clooney, right? That I can start eating in the middle. Right, but I can't even have chocolate anymore because it constipates me. That's a big deal in old people land, constipation, right? It's such a big deal, we made it into an occasion. We call it occasional constipation. It's like a friggin' holiday now. Oh my God, Constipation Day's coming. Constipation Day's coming. I can't believe Walmart put up the Constipation Day decorations already. It's only September. Are you going to the big Constipation Day parade? No, I'm not moving. Neither is the parade. So, I feel, I've been feeling out of touch lately, too. The older I get, especially around young people, I want to, like, you're so young. I mean, I want to be hip, like, so that you like me. No, but I do. And it's, especially with the music, I can't keep up with the music. Like, I just found out Ariana Grande is not a drink from Starbucks. Right? I swear to God, I can't even watch the History Channel anymore. I just sit there all day going, I remember that. I remember that too. Wait a minute, is that me running through the mud at Woodstock naked? And the world's gotten really weird, man. It's a frightening world. We're all afraid of marauders now, banditos. They're everywhere. Now they got this thing called a See Something, Say Something hotline. Are you familiar with this? Yeah. If you don't know about it, what it is if you see something suspicious, you're supposed to call it in. It's Big Brother, right? Anybody know the phone number for the See Something? No. Anybody ever see something? But they spend all this money to train all these highly trained professionals to operate the See Something, Say Something hotline. They'll be like, see something, say something hotline, see something? Hi, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. See some, say some hotlines. You see some? Hi, it's my girl's birthday. Can you play Freebird? It's like. See, the thing of it is, if you actually ever see something, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it right away. Like if you ever see, say, I don't know, a coyote, right? Walking down the street on its hind legs, and it's carrying a box of dynamite. A side of the box just says Acme Dynamite Company. You've seen something, you know.
I went to my doctor last week, and he said no caffeine, no fatty foods, no alcohol. I said no copay. Not paying to hear heresy, sir. I really just wanted to do this the easy way. All right, I wanted to get some Botox, some liposuction, but what's in the budget is self-acceptance. So, you know, I went shopping just to buy a couple of things that fit, and I forgot how frustrating that is, right? Like, I still don't understand why women's clothes start at size 0. You're not a size 0 if people can see you. It doesn't help that I'm at that awkward age right now where police officers are starting to look really young. Y'all, I saw one little cop the other day. He looked so young, I thought he was trick-or-treating. I was like, hey, little boy, you want some candy? I got arrested. But you know, it's hard to tell how old somebody is just by looking at them, right? Like for old people, everybody younger than them is a millennial. For young people, everybody older than them fought in the Civil War. For me, any black dude over 70 is a Tuskegee Airman. Like, whenever I see one, I'm like, oh my God, thank you for your service. But you know, I'm learning that we don't age all at once, right? Different body parts age faster than others, right? Yeah. Like my taste buds, still tasty. My colon, not a team player. But different parts of the body age faster than others, right? Like my heart, still young. My knees, apparently my knees walked to freedom with Harriet Tubman. Y'all, I call my knees the Middle East. Because no matter what I do, there's no peace. My doctor told me to take Osteobiflex. And it works, right? Like, I don't hear my knees cracking anymore, right? But now I'm afraid that's because I'm losing my hearing. But I will admit to you guys that age is a touchy subject for me, right? Because there's a TV show called Younger, right? Where in order to find and keep a job, a white woman in her 40s pretends to be in her 20s. Because white women age so well? understand how the star of that show is not a black woman. Aging well is what we do. I mean, come on. Angela Bassett is 209. I'm 87. Actually, you know what? I was taught that it's impolite to ask a woman her age, right? But it happens. So now, whenever a man asks me how old I am, I ask him if he's good in bed. Yeah, see, that way we both know we're about to lie.